chair.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Was chasing the beer, the trick of the lips. Play ball, play ball. Load up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball. Take off the caps. Time for the song. Red, white, and blue. We all sing along. The ace on the mound is feeling the seams. Staring him down. Looking real mean. Play ball. Play ball.
And good evening and welcome to Laughter Saves Lives live here on Strong Island Radio and Television, Facebook Live. Good evening, first show after Thanksgiving. It's nice to be back. Tonight my co-host is the always handsome Frank Fiala. Hello, Frank.
Johnny, how are you?
Very good, Frank, but we had a few people who bailed on us tonight, did they not?
I see we have some unreliable folks.
got-
Luckily, we have people to fill in.
We have a chef who bailed on us. We have a impressionist and a fireman who decided to stay home because people are working on his house.
Right.
Luckily, I'm all three.
Yes,
A
we
chef,
have
a
two
firefighter,
youths.
and an impressionist.
I can do it all.
We have two youths tonight to fill in. Two youths. My son,
That's
John
me.
Vincent LaRocchia.
Hey now.
I thought that was me.
Or is, he
We
is,
look
Yes.
alike.
he is
Adopted
my
son.
illegitimate
It
son.
lies.
He took my name, by the way, on Facebook. John, he has John LaRocchia.
Well, I was
had to
on
pick
it
John
first.
C. How were you on it first? I'm
Because originally you could
30
only have
years
Facebook
older.
when you had a college email address.
I don't remember that.
I don't
That's
remember that
true,
'cause I
right?
never went to
That's-
college.
That's
well,
true.
that
yeah.
makes a lot of sense to me now.
Wow, thanks.
But but that's what happened. It was when we were at school and we got college email. So I just did John LaRocchia. I didn't think old people were going to be on it at any point. But now
Well,
that's
then-
all it's
now,
on.
now they
and
dominate
now,
Facebook.
and now you're one of us.
And now I'm.
In fact, Mark
Getting
and
there.
John are very old friends. They grew up together. They
Correct.
went to high school together. They went to college together. And John was supposed to co-host tonight, and then Oliva called me with a major emergency in his house. Somebody's coming to do his moldings, so he bailed on me. Just
The man can barely turn a screwdriver, and
I
what
know.
does he need to be
yeah.
there for?
I mean, he fought fires a few years ago. Now he can't even make a radio show because he's got painters. And Mark said, you know what, Mr. LaRocchia? He goes, I'll come if you can't get anybody else. And I desperately tried to find somebody and could not. So Mark is
When was the last time you called him Mr. LaRocchia?
yeah. when was the last
Never.
time?
I don't respect. I'm not very
Well,
respectful.
I don't respect you, so I'm not calling you Mr. LaRocchia.
He doesn't want to say what he normally calls me.
That's right.
So Frank, how was your Turkey Day?
It was very nice. It was very nice.
Yeah?
And,
You had it at home?
I did. We hosted.
And you're a good cook.
Thank you. I am.
Yeah.
And but the best part of having people over
No.
is when they go home.
Right, of course.
So
Who did you have over? You had your
I
sister
had
over?
my two sisters and my brother,
Nice.
and then my niece and her fiance. So there was about 12 of us.
And the dog? Did you give the dog turkey?
I didn't, but my sister, who thinks I don't know what she's doing, slips
Right.
it to her underneath the
He
table.
is huge. How big is that dog? He has-
She's 95
Huge,
pounds,
he's
and
huge.
she's actually considered small. She's a Corso, which is in the Mastiff family. And
Oh wow! So
she's-
then it must be small for a mastiff.
She's only 95 pounds, so yeah, so she's considered
Only
small.
95 pounds.
Only 95.
All right then.
So that was. You had any shows over the weekend?
I have not.
I'm not.
I have not.
Well, we did the.
Teen Talk reunion. Someone just said.
We
I'm
did.
sorry.
The, we did the.
That's a long time ago.
We did the veterans show on Sunday.
Yeah, I was
John,
gonna ask
our
you
buddy
about
John
that.
Kinsoli,
Yep.
and new comic that I've never seen before, Johnny
We
McDonald
can't
came
have a
down.
separate conversation. That's not how this works, Mark. I don't.
Hold on.
Like,
No,
he hasn't
yeah,
done
but they
this
gotta-
I mean,
I'm a little rusty. I haven't done this
he's
radio.
talking, you can't talk to me.
They
while
haven't.
we're doing this.
They haven't seen each other in a month.
my
If you guys want to
God.
chat,
Right, do you want to switch
I'm
chairs?
You know,
embarrassed.
it's on,
I'm sorry that I offered his services.
it's called Laughter Saves Lives.
Right.
Live. Oh,
Live.
we're live?
Not Mark and
Oh,
John live.
Live. Well,
Holy crap.
well, we'll be talking to them about
How was
that.
your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was very interesting. I had a vertigo incident when I was away and was not feeling that well. And my wife wanted to go to her sister's house in South Jersey. And her sister's an amazing cook.
Amazing
Her
cook.
husband's a butcher, and he's calling in tonight. But an amazing cook. But it was 6 hours of driving. And plus, I took a Meglazine, so I couldn't drive.
Our sponsor,
And-
Meglazine.
Meglazine.
Thank you.
And my wife is a bad driver. She's a bad driver.
Well,
She's a
I have
I love
found-
my mother. Terrible.
Like-
driver.
like-
I have found the more I drink, the better my wife drives.
well, that I.
like Frank, like the brake lights are coming on, like and not only is she not noticing them, she's accelerating. And
Yes.
I'm like, Paula, and then she'll come out of it,
So
you know.
it sounds to me like she may have a little bit of police in her, because that's kind of what my wife complains about when I drive.
Yeah, oh yeah,
No,
you're a rough driver. You're
I'm not
right?
a rough driver.
No, you know what I mean. You're an aggressive driver.
I'm not
So are
aggressive.
You, though.
I drive.
You drove
I'm
fire
aggressive?
trucks. You once ran a car over. Nobody was in it.
Hold on.
We don't think.
I was not a regular chauffeur. I was not a regular driver when I drove the fire trucks. So I was very careful to drive the big truck. And I've had many officers say to me, "Do you want me to turn off the sirens?
Right.
You know, can you go any slower?"
You don't consider yourself an aggressive driver?
No.
Have you ever driven with you?
Yes, I don't.
that's-
Mark,
Actually, I've driven with
That
John.
was
I drove over here. How did I drive, Mark?
I felt perfectly safe.
There you go.
I have to
You're
say,
a-
he's
It
not
was
You're
about
a
a
kiss
5-minute
ass.
ride.
You're
so.
a kiss ass, and I'm sick of it.
Right. I don't
So,
find
can I leave?
I don't find John to be
No,
a terrible driver.
but you know what we should do? Let's do our first commercial from Life
Sure.
Hack.
Life hack.
How do you? No, just so I know, because I'm new to this.
This is our biggest sponsor.
Okay,
You've
so
interrupted him already.
I
This is our-
apologize.
It's
So
all right, we're learning-
what is it?
we're
Do you end? You're ending, and you're doing a commercial now, and then we begin again, or
Whatever you've learned in school about
Uh-huh.
radio
About
and
radio,
television,
it's out the window.
just-
So
we don't
it's
do
always
that here.
good to keep a good flow of conversation and
Yeah,
then
no, we don't
stop
do
it
that.
abruptly to do a commercial.
Yes.
And then just like that to me makes a lot
You
of
invited
sense.
him.
right.
It makes a lot of sense to do it.
It
this way.
does.
the host is John C. LaRocchia,
Right.
not
I'm
John
not-
V.
listen,
The
LaRocchia.
I'm
C
not-
is going to be for see you, John.
All right,
Thanks for coming.
fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, so our biggest sponsor is Life Hack.
Life hack. Arthur Lee. Every year, thousands of people choke in their own homes. All right. It's extremely dangerous for individuals in wheelchairs and handicapped people as well, because you can't always do the Heimlich on them. So LifeVac is a simple rescue suction device designed to clear an obstructed airway in a choking emergency. The founder of the company, Mr. Lee, was visiting a friend's mother in the hospital and was told about a young boy who had died choking on a grape after the Heimlich did not work. The grief of this little boy's mother was heartbreaking and moved Arthur to make sure he kept his daughter safe in a choking emergency. He set out to invent an apparatus that can clear the airway of a choking victim. LifeVac can save thousands of lives this year. It has successfully saved 10 lives. We are up from 7.
I have
When we
7 on the
started
sheet.
this-
10.
When we started this, there were 7
7.
lives saved.
Wow.
There are now up to
3
10.
more. Life
There are
Hack.
some fire departments purchasing it. This is a great device. I have one for my house because you can use it on yourself.
Great Christmas present
It's
for
gonna
my
be a
son with the
fantastic-
baby.
With the baby.
You know?
Listen, it is not meant to replace the Heimlich maneuver. It is meant to be done in addition to the Heimlich. If the Heimlich
Interesting.
does not work, then the recommended go-to would be the LifeVac.
Right.
Very
Okay,
good.
and it's just a basic suction. You put the face mask on, you push it down, and you pull it up, and it
This is for,
creates
Life Hack.
for
Hey,
sure.
Bobby,
This
do
This
we
is a
have a
great
caller?
gift that you hope nobody ever has to use.
Yes.
Life
agreed.
Hack. Do we have a caller? Somebody on the air? Or we lost him?
I didn't want to interrupt the commercial.
That's okay. You
all
could
right.
hold him, you know, and then we could
You know,
pick
and
him up.
again,
Bring it up?
Is he there?
No, but I want me to bring it up.
Yeah. If they call back in.
again, good to just clarify that while you're on the air. Very
Well,
smooth.
This-
Just
John, here's the
We're
problem.
not doing smooth.
We have the
we-
commercials we
am I
have
right?
are live commercials. This is like the Grand Ole Opry.
Yes,
I
it's like
guess.
the old,
Okay.
This is
old
just
Johnny
smooth.
Carson show.
This is not.
Can we hit the dump button? Is there a
We don't have a
delay?
dump
Yeah, here's the
button.
dump button. Here's the dump button.
Oh!
Oh, we have a caller.
We have a call. You're on the air.
Hi.
Hi,
This
who's
is
there?
John's daughter, Christina.
Oh,
Hey,
Hey!
what's happening?
Hey, you know how you always tell us to watch this?
uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, Mom watched it for 30 seconds and heard you talk about her driving.
I didn't think she watches Facebook. All right.
yeah, you shouldn't come home.
Oh no.
Well, just-
But you know what? She did a great job. She drove
She
3
did a
hours.
great job.
She really did.
She only put people in danger,
Danger
like
of
9
20
to 10
times.
times.
All right.
we
well,
love the Paulie.
thanks for
All
showing.
right,
I'm
have
sure
a
you
good
did a
night.
great job.
Thanks
Yes.
for showing her how to look at
Right.
Facebook.
Yeah. Thanks for that, by the way.
You're welcome.
After
Bye.
5 years of her not having Facebook, this is the thing you showed her.
I need
Thanks,
to.
Christina Marie.
I need to ask you a question.
Yes.
Ask another one.
What's the deal with cursing?
Oh,
When
we
you
our
have
show's
Tourette's, all of a
clean.
sudden
No,
you
I
feel a need to
no,
curse.
just
our-
check,
we
like if
try to
something
be
slips
clean.
out, is that a
If it slips
There's
out,
no 8-second delay.
Bobby has a thing that comes out of the ceiling
and it just hits
and
you?
smacks you in the face.
Is there a delay or what
There
is
is no delay.
No delay.
Listen,
This
we
is
ask that you.
I'm not going to come out here
We're
and
a
start throwing
respectful
curse
show.
words.
No, we ask that you don't. However, if
Apparently,
it
Mark
happens,
doesn't know
What,
that
what
he's
are
on
you doing on the
screen.
phone? We're
Mark
alive
doesn't
on
know
Oh.
the
Yeah, he,
All my fans
He's texting
were
for
all my
help.
fans were texting me. My phone was blowing
tell
up.
you, you are-
I'm sorry.
you are legitimately part of. You're making our generation look terrible. You can't even pay attention when the camera's on.
You know what? Text this guy. Text this guy and tell him to call in.
That's what I did. That's what I just did on my
that's
phone.
what you
no.
That's what I just.
Oh no, I just hit. Sorry, I just made the sound.
All right,
Is
we
that what
should've-
you were doing?
That's what I was doing.
Oh,
I was,
thought you
I
were
was
just.
getting.
I thought you were
So
just.
anyway,
I was also
I was-
answering all my fan mail.
I
Okay.
was drugged on this trip
Stop
to
right
the
there.
Meglazine.
Oh, okay.
And when I went down to my sister-in-law's house, we had a wonderful meal. I fell asleep for an hour. I was a lot of fun. Fell asleep in the chair with the dog. Now, can we talk about Leo's dog, or should we wait for Leo to come on?
I think you should wait for Leo to come.
All right,
on.
we'll let Leo talk
Because
about
he's a
it.
butcher, so that was one of the first meats that he. No, I'm just kidding.
So we have a caller.
We have a caller, I think.
Oh, we have a call. You're live on Laughter Saves Lives.
Welcome.
Live.
Yeah.
Who's there?
What's happening out there?
Who's on the air?
This is your friend Pat,
Oh,
your
Pat.
co-host.
He's
Pat
a
Ryan.
co-host. He's a normal co-host. Pat.
No, that's not Pat
I
Marone.
don't think
It
we
is?
know anyone named Pat.
No, we know Pat.
No?
What's doing, buddy?
Yeah.
Am I going
What's
wrong?
happening? How you guys doing?
We're doing good. What do you want to help us out here?
Yeah, well, help you with what? What are you doing? I'm in between sets. John Santos on stage.
Oh, it is Pat.
I told you it was.
Oh, you sounded
Yeah.
so
It says,
reserved,
it says
Pat.
he's on. He's watching on the Facebook.
You
Have
don't
you-
recognize your co-host's
Yeah,
voice?
that's ridiculous.
Pat, have you done your set yet?
I done my set. Yes.
Is that why you're so depressed?
Right.
Yes. No. It's just that I'm depressed because I'm calling the Laughter Saves Live show.
And you're not on. And you're not on because usually when you're here, it's a much better show, Pat.
I agree.
I'm watching the ratings dip since we're not on
I
there,
agree.
and it's depressing me.
We're gonna need some nudity soon. Mark, get ready.
I'm ready.
Well, I mean, it helps with
No, you guys-
ratings, doesn't
you
it?
Guys,
I mean,
you guys
sex
are doing
sells.
great. I got to get back over here to wish, but I wanted to wish you good luck on the show tonight. Looks like you guys are having fun, and that's about it.
all
Yeah,
right.
that was thanks for that call, Pat. I told you to try to add something to the show.
That's great.
That's it.
He contributed
Success.
as much
That's
on the
great,
phone calls as he does here on the regular show.
Killed it.
You're
Yeah.
a control freak.
What
You
do
don't
you-
like to do it.
What is that? Was that a continuation of your set? Just good job, Patty. Have a good
By
set.
the way,
Tell Johnny.
speaking of great cooks,
Tell Johnny. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Pat
think,
is an awesome cook.
meatballs, man. Oh my God, the meatballs.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Let me watch John a little bit more.
All right,
All right.
Patty. Thanks
See
for
you later.
calling in.
I see-
That was
do
a
you
wonderful
think, do you
call.
think John's gonna call in as like a?
No, we're very busy.
Hello?
Hey, we have another
Oh, we have
caller. You're on
another-
Laughter
wow.
Saves Live.
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 You don't need to yell.
Live.
Oh.
Hey,
live?
where
Who's
you
there?
from? What's your name?
Oh.
Who's
this?
there? Speak to us.
Hey, John.
Yes, sir. Is this Kyle?
John, how you doing? It's Kyle.
Hello, my
Hey,
brother. All right, Kyle. Let me.
How you guys doing?
Good, Kyle. I'm going to read a little introduction. Hold on 1 second. Don't speak. 1 second. Kyle has been a firefighter in L.A. County for 4 years. All right, L.A. County surrounds L.A. City, a big area to cover. 1 year as a hazmatter. That's what he calls himself in the hazmat area. That's my expertise. I teach around the country. People listen to me, Mark.
Wow.
Before he was hired, he worked as an EMT also in the city of Inglewood. And this is interesting. He was an auxiliary firefighter in Compton.
Oh wow.
That's a rough
Compton.
area.
Fresh out of Compton.
He's 29 years old, living in Dana Point, which is near San Clemente down there.
Do you just say that because it's Southern California? You
Yes,
don't really
and
know? Okay.
he was from 15 years old. He was an explorer in Long Beach. Blah 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 crew. And
blah.
twin brother who's also trying to
What's
get on the
that
job. 30 years of service.
We're just glossing over it.
Kyle
Blah, blah,
the Mayor.
blah.
Come on, Kyle.
All right, Kyle.
Welcome to the show,
Hey
Kyle.
now.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good,
All right.
Kyle. Thanks for calling in. So tell these guys a little bit about what you do out there in L.A. County. How are those because we're not familiar with these big forest fires that you guys fight out there. What's it like to do that kind of work?
Oh yeah, being with LA County, we have you can be in a real suburb area or be in a high-rise downtown city area, but we all have responses to the brush area. Being in LA County, we got a lot of forest fires, a lot of mountains and different types of topography. And as a state resource, we get dispatched all over the state. We have brush stations. It's just a normal firehouse. We respond to EMS calls, structure fires, traffic collisions, hazmat.
Now, Kyle.
Anytime someone calls 911. But when we get the forest fires, our stations are strategically placed in those areas.
Right.
And we got helicopters. We got fire suppression aids. We have inmates. We have a couple Black Hawk helicopters
Oh, wow.
on our first alarms.
Can you just take them out
can
like
drop,
for? Can you
thousands of
take them out
gallons of
for a
water.
drill, Kyle? Can you take those Black Hawk helicopters out if you guys say, "Hey, we want to go for a drill"? Like you really want to go for lunch, but can you take the helicopter?
I've heard stories of that. Those guys at the younger guys, we have they're called fire suppression aides, and they're basically hand crew firemen, and they're all in their like younger guys, and they usually bridge over to being in the firehouse, so they train all the time. We have an airship station in Malibu, and those guys they'll drill, go out on Catalina Island, because we
beautiful areas.
service Catalina Island, so they drill out there and fly out all the time. Go see the Santa Monica Pier.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
they're always on alert. And they're always 24/7 respond. Those helicopters go to EMS, trauma calls.
All right,
lost
Kyle. Let me
hikers,
ask you
all
this
kinds of
now,
stuff.
Kyle. You fight. What is the longest that you were out? And do you guys like sleep in tents or whatever when you're out fighting these forest fires, or do you say you're out there for 6 hours and you get relieved and you get a blow? What's the deal?
Oh no, the worst I've gone at I was gone for 14 days. We went up north, and I remember sleeping in some dirt trenches and the bugs keeping you up, or like
That sounds like a New York City
Forrest
firehouse.
Gump, sleeping on each other's back like
Oh my gosh.
Bubba and Forrest Gump.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, it comes in waves, and it's go time. They have 24-hour shifts or 12-hour shifts if you're on an actual incident, but the initial, who knows?
hold on,
You're not really
Kyle.
getting
Hold
much
on 1
sleep.
second. Bobby, do we have Kyle's picture? I think I sent you a picture of Kyle standing in a mountain. There it is.
Whoa.
There.
Whoa.
Wow.
This is a fire that Kyle started.
Yeah.
And somebody took his picture.
That was
was right before the arrest?
He was-
Dodger Stadium.
And
You
this
can be in the foothills like that.
and this is now I want to talk about the prison program. This is when you were put in prison for starting a fire, but tell us about that prison program. I find that very interesting.
Sounds like an Adam Sandler movie.
We have the state of California. I mean, not to quote me, but we have a contract with state inmates who were put in prison for minor offenses, not any arson. They weren't in for arson or
That would
violent
not
crimes.
be-
So if they get granted by the warden, able to work their sentence off quicker, we'll put them to work for I think they get like 50 cents an hour, and they take time off their sentence,
That would be-
and they
I think
usually it
Kyle-
kind of gives them a paramilitary sense, and
Wow.
it helps
That's so
them
cool.
when they get back
I
on
mean,
their feet with
with
a
the grand
task,
scheme.
because they do all kinds of projects, and it's a really good program for them.
It sounds interesting. I
gives
think
them a-
having some of the guys though out there that did commit arson would be interesting, because you could hear, here's another fire over here. There's another one over here. And you guys would make overtime
Like
up
John
to
Orr
wazoo.
back in the day.
I mean, with the joke, did that joke was that joke needed? That was just.
And I
terrible.
waited for
I
that
mean,
joke.
Oh my
I know.
God.
I
He
waited.
interject. This guy is telling us all this interesting stuff.
Hey John,
Oh,
Tell them about the class, Kyle. Tell them about the class we had.
You have no class.
hey, before I forget, hey,
Yeah.
how was your was it your sister's turkey in South Jersey?
It was, in fact, we're having the cook-on,
yeah.
well, of the turkey, her husband, right after you. We're having one turkey after another, Kyle.
Hey now.
Okay. Well, your class was awesome. They came in. They had a couple other guys, Kevin and the chief from the North Carolina, and they went over some cool stories and cases, and it made you have a broader horizon of, what really goes on, the Homeland Security Unit, and
Tell my
really
son.
good
Tell my
program,
son I'm
and we're
smart.
detecting.
No, won't believe
What
it.
was that?
Tell my son I know something.
You know something?
Yeah, my son. My son is one of the co-hosts tonight.
I was just like, wow. Like
Really?
You guys were talking about.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
you
say,
definitely know your stuff.
Kyle,
Subject matter
I
expert
say
right
that
there.
a lot about
It's
him.
funny too.
Wow. There's a lot of eye rolling.
Kyle, you said that exactly as we rehearsed it.
Yeah, and it's my mom's birthday tonight, so my.
Oh,
Hey,
happy
happy
birthday!
birthday!
Is she there? Is she there?
No, she lives up by Palos Verdes.
Okay.
And my dad's a retired fireman. I told him about the show, so I hope he's listening.
What's your dad's name?
Dan.
Hey Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Your son was in my class. He really doesn't know that much. No,
He had to take it again.
Kyle, I have to tell you, you guys were awesome hosts. I mean, this firehouse overlooked this beautiful mountains and scenery, and I said it was just like my firehouse in New York City without Manhattan. That's pretty much, it was gorgeous. And you guys were great hosts.
So it'd be like Brooklyn.
Yeah, you guys were great hosts, and I appreciate you calling in. We're going to be coming out there to do a show. Kyle's working with me on bringing a show out next year. We're going to be doing a few shows up and down the coast, and I'm looking forward to that, Kyle.
All right, well, I can't wait to see you. Let me know, and I'll show you a good time when you come out here again.
All right, Kyle,
Have a
thanks so
wonderful
much.
night, Kyle.
Enjoy the evening.
Thanks for all you do.
All right,
Happy
talk to you
birthday,
guys later.
Dad.
Bye.
Happy birthday. Mom.
Mom.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Take care.
I gotta say,
Cool guy, isn't he?
Cool guy. I mean,
Good joke I had, too. To the left, to the left.
I'm not doing
To the left, to the left.
when he does most jokes, that's what I want to do because it's just
Do
pathetic.
one more time, one more time.
No, hold on. I
got
gotta say something because I have a really funny.
You can
comment.
have Leo call it.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Good, again,
No,
smooth
you know
over
what?
there.
And then wait a little. Wait a few minutes.
But I have to say, from someone from Long Island, right? Who, when people hear the way we speak,
Right.
and they go, "Oh, it sounds like he's from New York, whatever." I think that the Southern California way of talking is so cool. Like, I wish I spoke like that.
That's so cool.
They're so laid back. The way, you know what I mean? That's just, Frank.
I don't.
Okay.
I think we have. I think
we have a call.
I think we have another caller. You're on Laughter Saves Live. Live.
Live laughter.
Who's there?
Dogs?
Could you turn down your radio behind you? Turn down your computer.
okay,
Or your...
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Who is this?
Kathy.
My wife.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Did he forget?
Hold on.
Kathy.
What are you telling your boyfriend to get out? Just don't pet my dog.
Kathy.
Oh, Lordy.
But she left. That was
She
it.
left.
That was
Maybe
it.
she was calling to tell me she was leaving me.
She just wants people to know you're married. It's your wife, Kathy.
She may not want people to.
Yes, hi.
Hey, how are you?
First of all, on the air.
I'm here.
On the air,
still
Kathy.
here.
Can you hear me, Kathy? Kathy?
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Hi.
Yeah. On
I
the
can.
air,
Just
I want.
tell Frank to bring the garbage cans in on the way.
Yeah, that's
No
what I was
problem.
thinking she was going to do.
That's what you're calling
Garbage
about.
Cans, yeah.
Kathy,
No
I want to thank you, Kathy.
Kathy,
Yes.
John is thanking you.
Yeah, something your
Oh,
husband
you're
probably
welcome.
never does.
Hey, now.
I couldn't hear
Why would
because
you
I had
say-
to turn down the radio.
All right, I'm thanking,
computer.
I'm thanking
that was
you
terribly
because
terrible on my
every week you watch our show and you give such wonderful critiques, and I appreciate the time you take to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
What
you're
I
welcome.
You should
what
see
I
the critiques
don't
I get after a night.
what I don't appreciate is every week one of the critiques is John shouldn't be on the show. That
Well, she never specifies which John. She just says John.
No, she John out. She says John out. John out. But yes, Kathy, what are you calling about? You want to add anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Just
That's
want,
it?
Just want me to bring the garbage cans in, huh?
It's
Well,
fair.
good
Don't
enough.
forget the
Forget
garbage
now.
cans.
We're
Well,
over-
thank
we're
you,
over
Kathy.
my-
Happy
Hi.
Thanksgiving.
All right. I'll see you when I get home.
Okay, bye.
All right, get him out of the house, quick.
So, about just one more last thing about Kyle, the prison program he spoke about. pretty fascinating.
I would agree.
I mean,
Hey, there's another one. That was a good job.
no, I was actually trying to be serious. You know, not everything's a joke. I'm just trying.
Obviously.
I'm just.
Have you listened
obviously,
to me?
obviously, the two of us trying. Mark, how's it going over there?
I'm doing great. Doing great over here.
Mark, shut up.
I'm sorry.
We're going to go to commercial.
What the heck? Are you...
We're going to go to commercial.
Okay.
We have Lights On Safety Solutions.
Hey,
It's
now.
effective safety training for gas hazards, saves lives. What they do, Mark, is they have a simulator.
Tell me about
Okay,
it.
it's a simulator that simulates gas readings. So I can be training this team over here, and they'll be going into an environment, and they'll have 5 times radiation on the meter, and I can see real time how they react to those readings, as opposed to calling over the radio and going, "Hey guys, you have 5 times background." Then they're thinking, "Oh, I got to do something." Whereas they're looking at these real time readings. It is Lights On Safety Solutions has the answer to all of that. On our gas monitor simulator uses wireless technology. It's an iPad and an iPhone, iPad and an iPod or an iPhone. You can use.
iPods are still around?
Wait, you listen to music?
There's no more iPods?
No.
Yes, there is. I'm going to buy one tomorrow. And we just lost another
Garage
spot.
sale. Where?
At a garage sale.
In 2008?
He's going to use his time machine.
Excuse me. Just lost another spot.
That is Walkman.
Lights on. Good stuff.
CD
So now, Mark,
changer.
Leo?
I will
Now,
text
Mark,
him right
what
now.
do you do for a living?
Oh yeah, Mark's here.
I am a retail manager, so I
Nice.
just survived
So-
another Black
So
Friday
how did
weekend.
you get off? How did you get off today? Then now that we're in the midst of the retail,
He's on break.
he's on
break. He'll be
I'm a little hiatus. Worked the last 7 days, including Thanksgiving night and Black Friday and the whole weekend.
Wow.
So it was a little hectic.
Do you think if you're unionized, you wouldn't have to work Thanksgiving?
I think if there weren't so many crazy people coming out on Thanksgiving night,
Yes.
I think the stores wouldn't be open.
Including my daughter at
So-
midnight.
Yeah, my
Midnight.
So how long?
Back
How long have you been in retail?
Been in retail for 11 years.
Since he was 12.
Since I was
I'm guessing
12,
you
yeah.
like it.
I like it. It's no day's ever the same. It's crazy, and I actually enjoyed the craziness, which sounds weird. So something needs to be wrong with you
so
to
now-
enjoy that. But
So when does this season? It probably starts a little bit before Thanksgiving, right?
it really starts right before Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving.
When does it end?
It ends. Everyone thinks it ends after Christmas, but then after Christmas is
returns.
You got inventory.
returns, and everyone's redeeming their gift cards that they got. So probably not until 2 weeks until after the holiday.
Give
And
us
then,
a
and then
crit-
you do inventory after that, or
And then, but yeah, wow. Have you been in the
I was.
retail
Have you
game?
been in the game?
Have you been in the game?
I was in the game once. They called me up
Yeah,
once.
you were like
You've
a
been in the
shark
show.
over
He's been in
here.
the show, this guy.
I
Give
worked
us-
at Alexander's in the toy department.
Oh, Alexander.
Yeah, I'm
The
showing my.
toy department.
Yeah,
Wow.
hold on a second. I worked in Macy's for Christmas when I was
You were
a
an elf?
teenager.
I was an elf.
Tell us
He was sending everyone to
one
Gimbals.
crazy story about Thanksgiving. Oh, Thanksgiving. Black Friday or Christmas shopping. One crazy
One
story.
crazy story.
Crazy
it's
shopper.
just like I'm sure you've all seen the videos online, but you haven't actually witnessed it until you're actually there.
Right.
That's usually how it works. Yeah.
So
Right. It's hard to witness things.
what
when
it's
you're
hard to
out there.
witness it. It's not the same on your phone. I'm telling you.
That's what friends are for. Go ahead.
I love
You're
you, buddy.
supposed to be my best friend.
I freaking
Right.
love
Imagine
you.
if you
But-
didn't like it.
But back when I was in the electronics department at Target, it was absolute madness. This was years ago. People fighting over TVs, people fighting over back when cameras were a thing, before camera phones were relevant. Just everyone fighting, all these old ladies pushing each other, people
Wow.
taking items out of each other's carts, and just people
Really?
lining
Stealing them out of their carts?
Out of
I
their
didn't
cart.
even know.
Oh, I've seen that on the
And
news.
just people-
On the news, you've
yeah,
been seeing it.
people
On the
lining
news.
up in the freezing cold outside for hours upon hours
That's
upon
crazy.
hours Thanksgiving night.
You know
just-
what? We used to
my-
do that for
it's-
Mets tickets, so I can't really.
It's just
yeah,
mind-boggling to me.
different.
No, it's
You're
not.
totally a Yankee fan.
No, but I mean, if you're waiting in line for something you really want,
You can't listen. You can't explain to a Yankee fan.
I'm not talking about
He's
What it's
not
like
gonna
to
agree
wait
with
in line. I'm
anything
a
we
Jets
say.
fan. I know what it's like.
I'm not talking about the fact that it's a Mets. I'm saying everybody has their thing that they'll wait in line
Right.
in the freezing cold for. Some people it's electronics, it's tickets, it's whatever.
I've yet to find what that thing is to wait
No.
out in the cold.
How about that vendor in Manhattan that sells what kind of food? The Mediterranean food on the corner there?
the
Halal
halal.
food? Halal food?
Is it halal? No, it's Mediterranean. Same thing.
Say
This is
Oh,
good.
that goes back
We're
to
just insulting every.
I was just thinking of my Asian story from the other night.
Why?
good.
What made you think of that?
Oh, good.
What made you
I'm glad I was here to help you
Yes.
remind you.
I went on Black Friday to the mall for something stupid. It was a stupid thing, and I was on the second
Say
floor.
something Asian.
No,
Chinese.
I thought you were going to rename it Asian Friday.
No, the second floor,
Yo, what
and I
up,
was
AC?
blocked in, and there
man
were
out
2
front.
cars with Asians in it, waiting for a
So
parking
this is going to be
spot.
an Asian driving joke.
It's not
now.
going to be.
Oh,
I'm
my
not.
God.
There was no accident?
No. No, the one Asian got out of the car and stood in front of this girl in front of the other car, so we couldn't get the spot. She stood in front of the car, and he's inching up. The other guy's yelling. So I get out of the car, and I'm just so annoyed because it's the holiday season. Let me embarrass these people into goodness. You know what I mean? So I get
How'd
out of
that
the
work?
car, and I said, you know, you people are disgrace, and I wanted to say to your nationality, but I can't tell because I'm not Asian. If one
Your
is
nationality.
yeah,
You wanted to make it
So he has no
specific?
idea if it's Chinese, Japanese,
I know.
Korean,
yeah.
Vietnamese,
And once
Filipino.
Exactly. So once I started, I'm like, I'm going to make an ass of myself. So I just said, you're a
Too late.
disgrace.
To the whole Asian community.
I said, you're a disgrace. And then the one guy looked at me and he said, zip it. Just like, zip it. And I went, huh? I'm zipping it. Zipping it, sir.
Wow.
Told him.
I'm not really sure where this story went.
It was just an Asian
It
story
was,
that I
was
wanted.
that
was-
it was a story you got about halfway
Yeah.
through and said, "Oh God, I gotta."
I
finish
embarrassed
I
him.
was hoping he would curse
It's like
you
one of
out
his
and-
jokes.
and-
Did
and
you
try-
text Leo?
It's like
No,
one
I
of his
was
jokes. He
talking.
starts telling
I
on
was-
stage
I'm
and
gonna
realize
text
I
him
gotta
right
bring this
now.
Leo is watching, so Leo.
Leo, call in.
Let's talk
Leo.
turkey. Let's talk
Talk
turkey.
about, we want to
All
talk
right, can
turkey,
you're violating
man.
my personal space,
Am I?
John.
I really
Yeah,
am, right?
A little
I
bit.
have a tendency to get too
I-
close.
I-
Page 5 story, quickie. Man gets his dying wish to be buried with cheesesteaks.
Oh, who wouldn't? Well,
Okay.
the cheesesteaks have probably killed him.
Now,
yeah, that's.
yeah. Now, if
Was that his? No, I'm sorry. Was that his dying wish or?
Well, your last meal. Last
Okay.
meal. What would it be?
Oh, mine would be like sloppy joes. So when I evacuate after they kill me and I crap my pants, they got to clean it up.
You're a class act.
Yes.
That's a vision.
That's
now for
exactly
everybody.
what I would do.
It's the last thing you'll see before you go to
That's
sleep.
something I can't unsee.
Mark, egg roll. All right.
Obviously, I've
let's
thought about
go. We have
Wow.
a call.
Oh, we got
caller.
a call.
We have a caller.
Or else I thought he was just doing this.
Leo, are you there? Leo.
Leo, my name is Tommy.
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 who?
What's up, man? I hate shopping for the holidays and stuff
Yeah, man.
because, like, you know, they always say they want something and you
illegal.
give it to the girl and
Yeah,
she
something
don't
you've been
like
shopping at
it
the
and
liquor
stuff
store.
like that. So what I do is I just give I give them something, and when they don't like it, I go, well, return it. Like I gave my girl this time. I gave my girl an iPod X. And that's a good thing. That's a great thing
Is
to
there
give
such
a
a
girl.
thing as an iPod?
And she's like, oh, I don't like that. That's not the best iPod. I'm like, well, then why don't you, just stick it up
Hey,
your
Tommy.
pussy?
Hey, Tommy. Tommy, you there?
Yeah.
Tommy, just by like, I'm just throwing it out there. Do you do drugs?
Not every day.
Occasionally.
Not every day.
Today, though.
Today was the
right
day.
now.
Today was the day.
Today was the day.
No, today is not the day.
Oh, okay, not the day.
Tommy, listen.
Today's a good day.
It's
Tommy.
not my fault the guy didn't call back.
Tommy, thank you for watching Laughter Saves Lives live. I hope you have a wonderful holiday.
Yeah.
And thanks for calling into the show, and be safe out there.
Yeah, Tommy, rock on.
Yes. Tommy will keep watching.
Thank
He
you,
has to sell
Tommy.
his iPad for drugs.
I think that was a leave it, to tell you the truth.
You
Well,
think so?
we hope.
We
we
hope.
hope.
We really.
We hope, but we
He
just
has a
insulted
tendency
Tommy.
to do that. You know?
What, drugs or call in?
But you know what? If it wasn't Aliva,
Leo, call in.
If it wasn't Aliva,
I
I want
text
to just say, Tommy, I'm sorry if I made a drug joke. That was probably a little.
Right. Should have
that
been
was
an
probably a
alcohol
little-
joke.
Maybe an
I
alcohol
did
joke.
try the alcohol
I jumped
joke
pretty. I know. I
Yeah,
just
I don't
jumped
do
a-
drugs.
Oh my
Ah,
God!
I didn't hang up.
This guy's all over the place.
But
All
if
right, Tommy.
anybody is selling,
Thanks, Tommy.
Oh my gosh!
They don't
Tommy.
go away. They don't go away.
I know,
from the
they
show.
look.
He's in the CIA or something. He just.
It just popped right back
We're
up.
waiting for Leo to call in.
We don't
How
have.
do you-
Oh,
Yes, good.
yeah,
All right, we
Keep
got
it
another
in.
call
Keep
coming
him
in.
coming.
We're waiting
What
for
the
Leo.
hell? Keep him coming.
Hey,
See?
Leo,
you
you're
don't
on the
know?
air. You're on the air.
You don't know it's Leo.
How you doing, John?
Hey, all right. It is.
Hey, it's Leo. Hey.
Listen.
Like a mind
Even blind
reader.
squirrel gets a nut, man.
All right, hold on. Let's get some control here.
No control.
Mr. Leo,
Yes.
first of all, thank you for the best Thanksgiving meal I've ever had.
Wow.
Oh, you're more than welcome. Did
Sure, Paul is-
JV get any of that stuffing?
Yeah, I got the stuffing, Leo, but I'm hearing all this stuff about the turkey, and I'm like, what the hell? There couldn't have been any left over for that? I mean,
You
kept
got
it.
shortchanged. You got shortchanged, buddy.
I actually tried to get some of it, and he sicked the dog on me when I tried to grab it. Leo, can we talk about the dog at all, or will Carol get insulted?
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Can we talk about the dog at all, or will Carol get insulted?
No, she's good.
All right.
She's on medicated. She's medicated right now.
They have a dog that they've kept, and you know what? Instead of putting the dog to sleep years ago, they kept the dog and tried to train him, but he has a collar that they shoot an electrical charge in if the dog starts doing something they don't want.
The dog was, they had to train him a little harder than other dogs because he was having some behavioral things, but he's doing great now.
I wish I had that when you were a kid.
I know, I knew you were going.
Shock collar?
I just lobbed it up.
Yeah, it was
Leo,
a-
tell us about the turkey, babe. Start with the turkey. How did you prepare this turkey?
Go over it step by step.
Okay, the turkey is a brine turkey. We brine the turkey, so it's a fresh turkey. I take it home.
Leo,
You there?
did you fall asleep on us?
Little narcolepsy there.
I take the turkey home. I get like a big Ziploc bag, a big 2-gallon Ziploc bag, and we put apple cider,
Hey now.
orange juice. There's a whole kosher salt. There's vanilla, cloves. There's a whole concoction of stuff that goes in the brine. You cook it up. You bring it to a simmer, and then you let it cool down. And then you take the brine, put it into the bag
Right.
or a cooler if you have it, and you let the turkey soak in there for, they say 12 hours to 48 hours. I usually do it for like 3 days.
Now, you said a fresh
Wow.
turkey, Leo. Did you say a fresh turkey?
Don't make a joke
Yeah,
that he
fresh
killed
turkey.
a turkey or.
So it was never frozen?
Oh. All right.
No, never frozen. No, it's fresh.
Where do you get that? You guys sell that in, can I say where you work?
Yeah.
Do you
Well,
know where
I
it
don't
is?
know.
Do you know where
What, BJ's or Price Costco?
That's Price.
Costco's.
Price Costco is not a
he's
thing.
combining
Oh,
Price
Costco.
Club and
And
Costco.
Costco.
I love it.
Because I'm an idiot.
Prosco.
You got,
It's
you
Prosco.
got a card for 2 places?
Yeah. All right, so you fresh all that.
Fresh
Then
turkey.
tell them how you cooked it. You cooked
Yeah,
it on a
ooh.
smoker, right?
Smoker.
Yeah, smoke it.
Oh.
I have a pellet smoker,
Nice.
and like 3-4 hours in a pellet smoker. It's really easy. It's one of those set it and forget it kind of deals.
Oh yeah.
Now,
you got to
if-
make sure that the pellets are full.
If
phenomenal.
you
gotta-
don't have
and then
a,
there's different flavor pellets. There's apple, there's
Oh,
maple, there's
wow.
hickory,
Who knew?
so on and so forth. So
Now-
the one that pairs well with the turkey is the apple one.
Wow.
Leo, do you
Leo-
have your computer? Do you have your computer in front of you?
No.
I hear like beep beep. Is that him? Beep beep.
No, that's us.
That's us.
That's us.
That's what he's saying.
So
Oh,
now,
all right.
Leo, let me ask you this. If somebody doesn't have a smoker, can you put those chips in the oven and cook
yeah,
it
good
with the turkey in the oven, or would that cause a problem? I'm
I
asking.
think it would cause a problem. It'd be too much smoke with the wood chips in the oven.
Right.
I wouldn't do it myself, so I wouldn't suggest.
We
anybody else doing it.
responded, Leo, to a number of smoke conditions in buildings in Manhattan where people were barbecuing in their living
In
room
their living room.
with like no windows. Whatever.
That's crazy. Now, so from what I understand, this turkey, when you were eating it, because of course
Didn't need gravy.
You didn't need gravy. I mean, that's unbelievable.
No, I put some gravy on it, but it didn't need it.
It was so moist.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
it's really nice. It comes out nice and juicy. It really
Wow.
does. It's,
Put it this way, Leo's going to be
we've been doing
invited
it for
over
a couple
more
of years,
often
and
now.
Wow.
John, Paula, the girls, everybody loves it. So.
Well, now, Leo, as just to continue on the topic of meat.
Particularly
Where
sausage.
Where you going with this?
Where was that
You're
one
going to ask a
going?
man about his sausage?
was that one going?
We said this is a family show. we
I know
said.
it's
All
no.
right.
What I'm getting at is now Leo's been a butcher. How long you been a butcher for, Leo?
I've been in the business all my life. That's all I know.
Wow.
And Leo
Okay.
has nice
Went
feet,
to-
is what he's saying.
All right.
My old man used to take me to work with him when he had his own butcher shop
Wow.
when I was a kid, and working on the weekends after school and
Crazy.
whatnot.
So,
And, that's
Leo,
all I've been doing.
Leo, what's the craziest? What's the hardest animal
Animal.
to properly butcher? What's like the hardest? You know what I mean?
Human.
The most difficult. Not human. No.
Human. Other than human.
Other than human. What is the?
Other than human.
Yeah. What's like one that to get it perfect? Because I know that butchers are very big on using the whole animal. It's a because they're very respectful of
waste.
animals. Ironically, that's what. So what's the one that is the hardest to properly do?
They're all pretty much the same. They're just different sizes. So if you went by difficulty, you would say like obviously the whole cow,
Right.
because it's the biggest piece of meat.
Hey, I'm not a steak eater that much. I like steak, but where should you go? I mean, can I go to Costco and buy a nice piece of steak?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now,
Ribeye
because
steak, a New York strip steak, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, now, Leo, is there when you look at the meat, like when the butcher puts it out and you look at the meat, is there anything that you can look at the meat in the package and say, this is going to be a nice cut of meat?
Right.
Because like we go to the same place, and sometimes you get a cut of meat, and you get it home, and it's a little tough.
Right.
And the next time you get it, and it cuts like butter. It's so tender.
Yeah.
Like, so what is it that makes it different, and what can you look for when you're looking to purchase meat?
And if it has worms in it, is that
you want
something?
you want to look for the from some kind of marbling in the meat. The fat that's in between the meat.
Right.
Okay.
Because that fat, what's going to do, it's going to break down and make the meat that much more tender and flavorful at the same time. So anything with some marbling in the meat. There's also different grades of meat. There's prime, which is the top of the line. There's choice, and then there's select, which which might look very pretty because it's nice and red.
Right.
But there's not very much fat in it at all. It's going to be tough.
Fat is what is the flavor. The flavor's in the fat. As weird as it is to sound, that's the flavor.
Yes. So meat, pork
is a type of meat. Yes.
Pork. Leo,
What's
if I wanted to cook a nice piece of pork roast, give me one way to cook that, and then we'll let you go. When we say we'll let you go, it means that we're done with you.
Right.
All right. You know what? I'll tell you what. The very next day, at Costco, they had boneless pork loins on sale, and I brined it as well. I put it in a brine.
For how long?
And they were the best pork chops we ever had.
You love pork chops.
I do. I love that. Leo, send me the recipe for that brine.
Yeah, is there a way you could post it for people to see?
When we get it, we'll post it up on here.
We're gonna post it on my front door.
I'll send it to you. Sure.
Yeah, Leo's brine, we'll call it.
I'm gonna put it on the front door of my house. I'm gonna
Makes
post
sense, right?
We just call it a
No, we'll
John,
put
you
it
gotta
on the brine.
come. You gotta come in the summertime. I'll hook you up with some good steak.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we're there.
We'll have a Laughter Saves Lives barbecue.
That's it.
And we'll have all our chefs there. We'll have Leo. We'll have Pat. We'll have
They
Tom.
can fight.
We'll
They
have-
can fight it out over
We'll have
who's.
No, you know what?
Mario Batali, I know well.
We were talking about this, Leo, and maybe you could participate in this. We want to have a Laughter Saves Lives not even a cook-off. Like somebody pays $10 and they get to taste Leo's pork. They get to taste.
Leo's
Tom's
meat?
chicken.
John, if you're gonna pimp me out, you gotta pimp me out from what is $10.
Oh,
Leo,
God.
Leo,
Off the rails. Off the rails.
Thanks for offering up your pork.
You're the best, Leo. See ya.
Leo, thanks, brother.
Good night, my brother-in-law. Thank you so much for calling in. Leo, the butcher.
We're getting close on time here, so you have another.
Mark, I think Mary, you're live on Laughter Saves Lives.
Live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, it's Mary Kennedy from Los Angeles.
Yes, Mary. How are you?
Mary Kennedy, you have the voice where you just have to say the M,
It's
and
like
I know who you are.
It's like angels singing, Mary.
Really. Mary Kennedy
What was
rocks.
all that butcher meat talk? It made me uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
And slightly aroused.
I know,
Uncomfortable and slightly aroused.
That was actually, Mary, that was my brother-in-law who's a butcher who made the best turkey I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, were you
That's
listening?
awesome.
Yeah, were you listening to the recipe? Because I'll get it for you. It was phenomenal.
I don't cook though, boys.
Oh.
I'm a Hollywood actress.
That's right.
I don't
Oh, right.
cook.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a great show without
Wow.
John.
Calling like
So, Mary, I
crazy
see the
people.
new season of Shameless is out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited about
Yeah.
that. When will we be seeing you?
Well, so here's the thing. I was in season 7
Right.
as the retired homeless prostitute,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Yes.
So Daddy Frank, my dad, Frank Gallagher, a.k.a. William H. Macy, is repenting. He is now,
Yes, I
he
saw
went
it.
to a monastery and decided that he needed to make amends for all of his sins, and now he's sober
Yes.
on the show. So there is no need for the retired prostitute just yet.
We need her.
Oh.
We need
Oh,
her.
I'm sure
No,
she'll be
no,
coming
no.
back.
We disagree. We disagree.
I'm sure you'll be back. Are you I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let's hope I'm back. Let's hope I'm coming back for season 9.
I hope
Because
you
I don't
are.
think she'll
I'm
stay
sure you will. Are
sober
you
that
working on
long.
anything else that you can share with us?
Yeah.
Any other projects, Mary?
you got going on, Mary?
Yes. Well, listen, I am doing a benefit on December 9th at Hot Java in Long Beach. It's a coffee shop. And you guys all know as comics, we've done coffee shops and we've
course.
done,
Yes.
we've done butcheries,
Yep, butcheries.
laundromats.
see what you
So
did
I'm
there.
doing a benefit for the Mighty program through the Center of Long Beach for the transgender and LGBTQ teens, so they can get mental health services.
Oh, wow.
So we're
Awesome.
doing
nice.
Great job.
That is
Great job.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Awesome, Mary.
Mary, and if
So
you
that's-
don't cook,
Yes.
what did you do for Thanksgiving?
I made sides. I put them in the microwave.
Boston Market. Boston Market. Go ahead.
Sides.
I microwaved. I bought some ice because my husband, you guys, made me like gluten-free, sugar-free cupcakes, which were horrible.
Oh.
But
I was
he
gonna
made
say, is
them
he
and
mad
he
at
thought
you?
that would be the dessert.
Oxymoron, I think.
And he hated them, and so he's half Italian. So I literally, in the middle of the night, went out in my pajamas and bought 3 pies for him. Aren't I a good wife?
That's
Wow,
a good
that's
wife.
amazing.
That's a good
That's
wife.
amazing. You know what my wife is doing right now? She's out to dinner with
Right,
her friends.
I was gonna say, she's not making you pie, that's
She has
for
no
sure.
idea. No, I'm saying she has no idea. I don't think she. knows I'm
Mary,
here.
the next time that you're up to New York, let us know.
Yes.
We will
wanna
have you in.
on live.
Yes.
Oh,
in
I love
studio,
that.
Mary.
Will you give me snacks?
Yes,
Will you
we'll
cook
give
for me,
snacks.
We
Joe?
will. We have some Fritos,
And turkey.
And turkey.
Fritos, and a
turkey.
bottle of Poland Spring.
Yes.
But
All the budget allows for.
And I
Beautiful.
really appreciate you always calling in
Yeah.
and thinking
supporting
of
us, Mary.
and
It's very-
supporting us. We
appreciate
feel
that.
we know a Hollywood star, Mary.
Yes,
right.
yes, I feel.
Well, you guys, make sure you tell your wives that I have a movie coming out called Shattered with Ray Wise and Molly Burnett and Ariane Zucker. There are a bunch of soap opera stars and me, and they can
Nice.
watch it on Amazon and on demand probably. So make sure you tell your wives because they like the women thriller stuff.
All right,
And Ray,
Mary.
Ray Wise currently stars on Fresh Off the Boat, which is a sitcom that a lot of people know. So that's a,
Yes,
you know,
just
we know.
another Asian joke because you're
Yeah.
from
No,
here?
I wasn't.
Fish, man.
He's not Asian. He's the neighbor. The
Oh,
neighbor.
he's not Asian. He's just the neighbor.
He's the neighbor of the Asian. Right.
Mary, thanks for calling in again.
Thank
I
you.
love
This is
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary.
Mary, good to
All
talk to
right,
you.
boys.
All right.
Have a
you.
great time.
I
Bye.
think we should hit up this net. We got
Quick,
a lot of
'cause we have another
I know.
caller.
I know.
We got
Well,
5
you want
minutes
to do
left.
this, right? Here we go. For all your printing, promotional product, and custom apparel needs, make sure to try famousvisions.com. A great way to get all your business needs all in one place. Business cards, flyers, brochures, pens, pencils, forms, shirts, and a whole lot more. famousvisions.com does it all. Make sure to like them on Facebook at famousvisions.com. Marketing, or just, who wrote this? Did you write the marketing, or just go to famousvisions.com
We just lost
on the
another
web.
sponsor.
Make sure to mention you heard about them from Laughter Saves Lives.
Famous
And
Visions,
listen,
you're on
I've
the
used
air.
them for some stuff, and
Laughter
they get
saves
it done very
lives.
quickly.
Very quickly.
Hold on,
Good.
we got somebody on
We
the
have a
other
caller.
line.
Let's get a caller. Where are you from? What's your name? What's your social security number?
This is Tony Soprano.
Oh, Tony.
I thought it was going to be John Santo.
Hey.
Hey,
I
Tony.
took care of that thing.
So, Tony, you,
You took care of that thing. Thank you, Tony. You took care of that.
Did it
You took-
involve the butcher?
Hey, oh.
Well, we don't want to say too much on an open phone, but yeah.
Oh,
How was your night going, Tony? How was the comedy show that you were watching
Right.
with that guy Santo?
How is the afterlife, Tony?
Pretty good, actually.
yeah? A lot of gabagool over there in the afterlife.
A lot of gabagool.
How was the comedy show tonight? How did Pat Marone do?
The comedy show was absolutely terrific. It was unbelievable.
Oh, is
Donald
that President Trump just showed up?
Hey,
It
oh.
was so terrific.
Yeah.
Did
So
terrific.
terrific.
How'd that guy Santo do?
He did unbelievably terrific. He was unbelievable. Really. He does Trump better than anybody, believe me.
Better than everybody.
And if Trump says it, I believe
It's
it.
got to be true.
I would think.
And how
that
about Manny? How about Manny? How did he do? He's huge.
Man, huge. He did terrific. He was so funny.
Well, he's just huge, but how about his comedy?
I can't hear you. So, like 5 people were talking at the same time.
Right, that makes sense.
Well, listen, Mr. Trump, we appreciate you calling in. We
Live.
hope to see you next week live.
How's the show going? How's the show?
Great.
Pretty good.
Probably the best show we've ever had. We have.
Yeah, we talked about a butcher's pork, and that
Right.
lasted half the show.
Right. Exactly.
No, it's going pretty good, John. Thanks for calling in, buddy.
No problem. See you next week. I hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving.
Yeah, John, you've
you
been
too.
voted off the island.
Right.
Do we have another call?
We have another call. We could
Wow, the
squeeze
calls
one
are
more
rolling in.
Wow, look at this.
Another call? Hello.
Hello.
Hello, who's this?
Don in Cleveland, you know what I mean?
You're live on Laughter Saves Lives. Who's calling?
Is it Kermit the Frog?
I don't know who it was.
Who's on the air there?
It's Veronica Mosey calling.
Hello, Veronica.
Veronica Mosey. This Friday.
How are you?
This Friday.
Oh, is this Mom's Gone Wild?
Mom's Gone Wild.
All right.
For Angela's House.
Angela's House.
That
Great
helps
cause.
very frail, sick children. A wonderful charity for people that have healthy kids.
Right.
We never know what these families go through.
Right.
We have Veronica Mosey on the show Friday night.
Veronica.
Yay! Thank you.
great
I'm very
cause.
excited to be
People
there.
should be
It's gonna
buying
a lot of
tickets to
fun.
this.
Hi, Veronica.
So,
Hi.
how was your Thanksgiving, Veronica?
Here's what I say. If you're ever feeling really good about yourself and you want to get knocked down a few notches, just spend Thanksgiving with my parents.
There you go.
We go off the air, Veronica.
My family, we make reservations now because I can't deal with it. Like when my family makes a turkey, it's basically like when 5 guys gather around a car that the hood is open.
Oh yeah.
It's everybody has to say no, do this, do that, and it's insane. And then my mother just yells at my father. And then my dad's like, Kathy, why are you that? Like it's our sitcom would be called "What's the Matter Now?" Honestly, I think that'd be the name.
That's
of
a
it.
good name for
That
it.
sounds about right. for my
Veronica,
family.
Carol Montgomery is also on the show Friday night, correct?
Carol Montgomery. Yeah, we're going to be driving out together.
I hear. Well,
nice.
please let us know if that
They'll be
car
watching
breaks down because we're going to have to Uber you or get you over there. We don't want you two guys are 90% of the show.
Is that what would happen if a car
Yes,
broke?
that's true. It's going to be a lot of old ladies complaining in the car on the way down there.
Listen, you'll be complaining on the ride home after dealing with John.
Yeah, probably.
This is true. I have to say something actually. John LaRocchia is one of the nicest guys I've ever worked with in the business, and I've been
all
doing
an act.
this for 20 years.
Hold on, listen to her.
Swear to God.
Thank you. That's
Actually,
very
he
nice.
is. He is one of the sincerest. He helped me get started in comedy, and he's.
And you know what? There's a
and,
lot. I know we have to wrap up, but I will say, obviously, I've been busting chops, but my dad.
This is my son,
Hi,
Veronica.
Veronica.
Right.
My dad
Oh,
is.
it's nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you as well. See you on Friday at the show. My dad.
Oh, good.
My dad is one of the most genuine, wonderful people that I know.
You don't have to convince me.
And he is.
Say something.
Wow.
He is true to his word. He
never-
treats people with respect. And in the industry that is comedy,
Yes.
you don't find that too often.
Let's give our guest the last word, and then we'll wrap it up for
I have
tonight.
to say that Veronica, I've known Veronica a long time, and she always does a great job. She's a sweet person. She's a funny person. And I love working with you, and I can't wait to see you Friday and laugh.
Thank you. You too. And last year for the support, my daughter was injured in an accident last year, and I really got through it a lot by talking to John, and I do want to say thank you for that. I know it's on a serious note, but
We're all parents. We all get it, Veronica.
Yes.
We will see you Friday. Bring the funny, my dear.
don't you worry, it's coming.
All right, sweetie. Have a
Have a
good
nice
Good
night.
night, Veronica.
Good night.
Veronica
Thank-
Mosey. Very funny girl.
I think to wrap up the show, I think we should let Mark wrap things up. He
Doesn't
spoke
he
a
talk
lot
enough?
tonight.
I
So-
hogged up the mic enough, guys. I mean,
My best
Did
bud.
you know the Asian guys that were on that roof with the...
When I worked in
What
Chinatown,
is
did
that?
you know everybody?
Oh my God, you go right to Asian jokes.
It's
Wow,
not
what's
right.
nice.
How much time we got, Bob?
Less. We have no time, I don't think.
What do you think, Bobby? What do we got? 30 seconds? 10 seconds? What?
10 seconds. He's getting ready to cut us off. So I think
All right.
this was
Good
a
night.
wonderful show.
Great
Great
show.
show. You guys
Great
did a
having
good
you,
thank you
job.
for
John.
having me.
Yeah.
It was
All
a
right,
pleasure.
Mark.
Thank you.
Mark.
Good night, everybody. Laughter
Good
Saves
night.
Lives.
Live.
gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick, was chasing the bear that circled the lips.